But why do I always feel like I'm in the twilight zone, and I always feel like somebody's watching me? I've got no privacy. Oh, 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 oh. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Tell me it's just a dream. Okay. Hopefully I'm back to normal. Well, and we got a little visitor here. I am Lisa. I am the ukulele fool, foolishly believing that this is a great song for Halloween, and it's very versatile because you don't have to use it just for Halloween. Okay, Tally, say hi to the camera, and then it's time to pay attention. In this lesson, I will go over the chords. Very quickly, I will show you an easy strumming option, a more advanced strumming option, and then I will take you through all the strumming and left hand techniques that I use if I was going to do this song. Some of them are pretty subtle, so if you're interested in that, timestamps down below. Oh my gosh, the history nerd section, things that I never knew about this song. I was very surprised. So you want to catch that, and I've got a play along for you as well. I would hope that this helps you on your ukulele journey no matter where you are on that ukulele journey. So like this video, hit the subscribe button and that notification bell because it helps spread the ukulele love. Grab your ukulele, get a beverage or whatever you need to get comfy, and let's dive in and do some learning. Really nice and beginner-friendly chords in this piece. There's an A minor. You add your index finger to the first fret of the E string and you've got an F. And then I slide this finger up a little so I can tuck my ring finger in on the second fret of the C string, and you have a D minor. The chord that changes everything is the G. I use mine with these two fingers like money foo foo or a peace sign. Put them here on the C and A string. My ring finger then goes on the G string, third fret. But you know, there are many other ways to do G, and I will link that up here and down in the description box below. This song can be done just with down strums, and the nice thing about it is it's 4 down strums to every chord except for there's a F to G transition that happens at the end of phrases. Those only get 2 apiece. So just keeping it down strums, it'll sound like this. I'm just an average man with an average life. I work from 9 to 5. Hey hell, I pay the price. But all I want to be is left alone in my average home. But why do I always feel like I'm in the twilight zone? And so did you catch those yellow highlighted chords? They only get 2 down strums per each. Consider becoming a patron because then you get the chord chart with those highlights in it and everything. You help support my teaching efforts, all that good stuff. So if this is where you're at in your level, you can stop here and then just zip on to the play along and everything will follow perfectly, even though that's not the strumming pattern that I'm doing. Have fun with that. Oh, and don't forget the history nerd section. It's pretty surprising. If you can do an island strum, this song works pretty darn well with the island strum as well, but you have to make some modifications. The F and G that happens frequently at the end of a line, well, those only get 2 beats apiece, and an island strum is 4 beats. So you could just do 2 down strums, F, F, G, G. I'll show you how the chorus sounds with the island strum. I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Oh, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? So that is super good for your mental flexibility to be able to switch up your strum in the middle of a song. And again, this will work perfectly with the play along, even though that's not what I'm doing. If you want some more advanced techniques, stay tuned. Let's go over those details. I like to do chording hand muting. I am right-handed, and so I am doing my chords with my left hand. That's how I do the A minor with some muting. I'll break it down. I'll put it up here so you can see everything up close and together. When I strum down, I then place these 2 fingers. I don't need to place both fingers. I don't need to place the pinky, but they just kind of like to work together better. And I just place them so that they just touch the strings. They're not making any sort of pitches. And what it does is it shortens the sound. Now this takes some practice. I remember when I learned this, and so yeah, so just sit around, have some fun, and just work on that one single technique until you feel like, okay, I've got that happening. Because there is another left hand muting technique that I'm using on the D minor. Actually, it's a left hand and strumming hand technique. I do a catch and release, or press and release is a better term for it. I press on the down, and then once, just like the other mute, once I get all the way down, I lift up my fingers and it keeps the strings from ringing. So I'm just, on this hand, I am just going press up, press up, press up. Putting it together with the strum, it goes. Now if I was strumming normally, you would have the A string ringing out because there's nothing touching it. And what I like to do is just shorten my strum and pull off right at the E string. So I might occasionally hit the A, but I'm trying not to. And so that's the way that I can make a 3-finger mute with my left hand. I just don't play the A string, or I try not to. For the A minor and D minor chords in this song, I play a basic rock strum. I want just a little bit more interest than a pure down strum, so I'm going down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, up. And then when I get to the F, I do a down, down, up, and then on the G I go down, up, down, up. So that way I'm building more interest at the end of the phrase. I didn't do any of the muting yet, but let's just go through the chorus together, just the chords. Don't worry about any of those pesky lyrics, and let's just try these chords with the strum. 1, 2, here we go. A minor, 2, 3, D minor, A minor, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Like that. Another trick that I use is I don't treat all my strings equally. I don't give them equal love, no. In this song, G is the only time that you're going to have that B note out of the G chords sounding. It's the highest note that you're going to hear in this piece. So I want to put a little bit more emphasis on that. That's what's happening in the accompaniment. So I will, when I'm playing that G chord, I'll really lay into those. And I swear to you, I've been doing things like in a workshop or in a jam, and I bring just teasing those higher sounds out, and people are going like, how are you doing that? So it really does sound different. It sounds more advanced, and it's just not hard to do at all. So you're going the F, down, down, up, and I'm just, particularly on those up strums, I am laying into it more. I'm using the back of my thumb to get more contact with it. So I have fun with that. Just realize, you don't have to treat all your strings equally. They're not your children. You can favor them at times. Join me for a quick little practice session. We'll just do the chords from the chorus and keep it nice and slow and just do the techniques, no pesky lyrics. 1, 2, here, go. Know if these practice sessions are helpful or if you're just skipping over them. Oh, probably if you're catching this, you didn't just skip over them. Well, let me know if they're helpful. How about that? When I was a young teacher, this song came out in 1984. I was focused on classical music and starting my career and all that kind of stuff, and we didn't have the internet. So when I heard this song, and I'm just an average man, I kind of thought maybe the singer was British, although that IRS line didn't quite mash up, but who knows? Kind of like the CIA, known everywhere, right? So I was so surprised to find out that the singer of this song, Rockwell, was a pseudonym for Kennedy William Gordy, who is the son of Motown's founder, Berry Gordy, right? But he used the name Rockwell because he didn't want claims of nepotism, and so he did the demo and stuff independent of his dad and submitted it in order to get an album in the works. Now, it is very helpful when you have your childhood buddies come join you on the backup vocals, Michael and Jermaine Jackson, right? And, you know, because Berry Gordy got around. He's also related to the duo that formerly known as LMFAO, and that's Sky Blue and Red Foo. So they are half sibling and nephew, and he's even got connections through a half sibling with Diana Ross. So he's definitely, like, you know, Motown royalty there. But does this song seem like even more relevant today than it did in 1984? It does to me. I mean, we were just talking about various infections, and next thing you know, YouTube is recommending all sorts of videos for us on that, and I'm going like, did we even look that up? Maybe we did look it up on Google, and now how's that happening? So anyway, yeah, I feel like my TV's watching me. It's listening to me at least. So one of these days I should do an experiment and start talking about children's bicycles or something like that and see if I start getting ads specific to that. So yeah, privacy, I've long given up on that. Of course, here I am on YouTube, right? And I want to thank any of you if you've put up with sounds of chewing or little clickety-clacks in the background here, and you think like, oh, maybe your house is haunted. No, it's my dogs, and they're getting a little impatient and they're not sleeping through this video. All right, join me on the play along. One, two, 1, 2, ready, begin. I'm just an average man with an average life. I work from 9 to 5. Hey, hell, I pay the price, but all I want to be is left alone in my average home. But why do I always feel like I'm in the twilight zone, and I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy? Oh, 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 I always feel like somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? When I come home at night, I bolt the door real tight. People call me on the phone, I'm trying to avoid. Well, can the people on the TV see me, or am I just paranoid? When I'm in the shower, I'm afraid to wash my hair, 'cause I might open my eyes and find someone standing there. People say I'm crazy, just a little touched, but maybe showers remind me of Psycho too much. That's why I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Oh, 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 I always feel like somebody's watching me. Who's playing tricks on me? I don't know anymore. Are the neighbors watching me? Was the mailman watching me? I don't feel safe anymore. Oh, what a mess. I wonder who's watching me now. Who? The IRS. I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Oh, 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 I always feel like somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Oh, 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 I always feel like somebody's watching me. Who's playing tricks on me? I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Oh, 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 I always feel like watching me to the end here. Thank you so very much for joining me in this tutorial. Please leave me a comment below. Did you find anything fascinating, like the history nerd section, or did you learn something new? I'd love to hear from you. I still answer all my comments. It might take me a while to get to them, but I do answer them, so let me know down below. All right. I hope you had fun this Halloween.